Hey guys, well, I think it's official. Spring is finally here. All the snow is gone out of my yard. All that's left is piles of dirt I gotta clean out of the grass before I can mow. I think it's actually starting to turn greenish too. Great. That is awesome. Anyway, I got a lot of cleanup to do. uh, so yard machine's done. I actually didn't have blades for it, so I had to buy some. I figured not bad because that's the only money well, other than the purchase price, which wasn't much. The blades were 30 bucks. What do you do? Gotta do it, right? So I've already got it on Craigslist. Not even 5 minutes on there, and I get contacted by a scammer. I mean, every time I put something on, right away I get contacted by a scammer. Every single time. If somebody says that they're going to send you a check, and then they'll send their shippers, it's a scam. So anyway, that lovely thing is going. Again, I like getting these because, like I'm asking 350 bucks for it. I would like to ask for it because it's so clean, but it's only got a 38-inch deck, so I'm at 350 on it. When they're priced that cheap, they go pretty quick. That's what I like. The more expensive ones, you sit on them a little while longer, before they go. So I like these because they're pretty quick flips. To this here scrub cadet, some of you guys know where I got that term. I got that bolt out of there, and I think what happened is, alright, I did cut the head off and got the clutch out of the way. You can see it wasn't held in by much, and the threads are all gone. So I think what happened is, I'm trying to straighten the phone out. I think what happened is, try to follow along here. So it was in there, and it worked its way out. I didn't loosen it that far. I didn't loosen it at all. It came out on its own over time for whatever reason. And I think it got out so far that it actually cocked like this. Right? You guys follow me? And that's why the threads are all buggered up. And that's why it was shaking. Because the whole machine was shaking like really bad. And I thought maybe something happened to the blower attachment, but it wasn't that, because I turned that off and it still shook. But anyway, I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Now, to get this out, I ground down a couple of flat spots here. See, Ed Moore and I were on the same page on this and trying to get this out. Now, in the video, the last video about it, I wish I would have said I don't have an impact. Does anybody have any other ideas? Because that's almost all anybody said. And I understand an impact would have probably worked, or a good one anyway. Again, I don't have one. So Ed Moore and I were kind of on the same page, cutting the head off, blah, blah, blah. I put a vice grip on here and put a 3-foot pipe on it in order to get it to move, and it finally started moving. I cannot believe this many threads held that thing in so tight. I have never, ever come across such a problem like that. It is just crazy. I cannot believe how tight it was. I took that video down because I started getting people commenting on there pretty much calling me a dumbass for not using a impact. Said that I screwed this up. I didn't screw this up. Like I said, it came out on its own and screwed itself up. You know, and of course I'm not talking to any of the guys that I regularly talk to. There's some guys that just aren't even subscribed to me, I don't think. Just random dudes, just come in thinking they know everything. They don't even have, I've checked up on them. They don't have channels. Anybody can sit and watch YouTube all day and think they know what they're talking about. Anyway, I don't want to get on a rant. Here's the carburetor for this Husqvarna here. I put it through the ultrasonic. It's actually a Mikuni. Boy, they don't screw around, do they? So, because I did have it running, I didn't film it. Sometimes you just get going and you just want to get things done, I didn't film it, but it ran, but it didn't want to stay running. So that's why I put the carb through the ultrasonic cleaner. Guys can see I got out the hose and got it all cleaned up. I also washed the MTD or yard machine too, so that's all nice and clean. I had to fix the exhaust a little bit. You guys can see the screws in there. It was coming apart. This one's going to be kind of a lot of work. Again, I have another pan for it that's in really nice shape. I'm going to put on here. I'm going to have to take the deck off, do a little bit of welding and painting. I mean, I'm going to make it look nice, I want to get top dollar for this thing. So that's where we're at with that. I'll probably film it when I get the car back on, see if she'll run good. So, but then again, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, again with the Cub, I'm not totally, and I put the clutch back on. It may not be bad. It may be bad. I don't know. I think the shaking part was because it was the bolt was crooked. Now the other problem is it was smoking, and it wasn't like the belt was smoking because it smelled different. It smelled like burning brake pads or something. If you ever smelled that. So I'm not sold yet. I did put this deck on. This isn't the actual deck for it. This is one I bought over the winter. I bought that and a whole other pan, body pan, for like, I don't know, 30 bucks. I think I got them both. I mean, the belt alone on this deck is worth 60, so figured I did pretty good. But I just put this one on there to see if the clutch would work. I did run it for a while. I just let it sit there and run with the deck on for about 5 minutes. And the clutch seemed to be okay, but, big test is going to be getting out there and mowing with it. And I'll have to take this deck back off and put the other one back on, because if you remember, this is the bracket and the bolt. It's like this. I did get the bolt. I'm just waiting for the bracket. It had to be ordered. So I got this. I don't know, both of them were like 30 bucks or something. Not too bad, but remember there's a lot of slop here, so I believe both of them are bad. So I'm just waiting on that. That's why I had to put this other deck on there. That'll come back off. Besides, I think there's an idler pulley on there that's bad. So I basically just got it for parts or whatever, now that I've got two of these with 50-inch decks on them. So that's pretty much where we're at, I think. Back on the impact thing, I do have a couple of crappy ones like that, but these things don't do anything. They're just junk. And, like I said, I want to get a good one. I want to spend the money on a really good one. I don't want to get a cheapie. I want to, like Ashuri just did a video on one, a Milwaukee battery operated one, really nice. Something like that I'm looking to get. So, eventually it'll happen. When, I don't know. I don't have a lot of tools, guys. I just kind of work with what I have, and I guess that's what I was asking for in the video, a little help. what you guys think I should do. I wish I would have stated in there, I don't have an impact. Is there any other ideas? It's a mess right now because I've been busy in here. So, I mean, that's it. And the whole place is a mess. I got to clean everything. I'm on vacation in this other toolbox. That's all I got, dude. I don't have a lot. So, anyway, I'm on vacation from work for about a week and a half coming up in a couple of weeks, and I plan on cleaning my workbench and everything up. I mean, when you got so much stuff, you can only get it so clean. But yeah, I gotta tidy this up quite a bit because it's, you just kind of put stuff wherever in the wintertime, and that's where it lands. So, and I gotta summarize some snow blowers. I got a snow blower for my son over there. Anyway, there's a lot to do here. I'm rambling. I don't know. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.